Hello and welcome to tonight's League All About It show, round number 8. We are up to round number 8 already. We have the Loud players back. That's going to be a main team. Who played, who didn't play. We have a massive game in Division 3B. We have permutations across the land. We have explanations across the board as well with Division 3A and Division 3B. No 3A games this weekend. We have big results and we have massive goals, and I'm going to be picking performance of the week as well. This show is brought to you by the Cleaning Doctor, external cleaning services in Louth and Monaghan. Right, let's go through the usual. Let's have a late look at the results. I have just one late. The late game result has just come in, and the Mocktas have beaten the Feckins 315 to 1-7. I have two of the goal scorers. I don't have their second half goal scorer, and I don't have the Feckins second half goal scorer. And I also have big news from that game as well. The Jocks, they won earlier. They beat the Sean O'Mahony's 117 to 1-7. We also have a big win for RD, 115 to 11 over the Pats at home in RD. We have one draw across the night so far, and that is Cooley drew with the Brides, 12 points to 1-9. I'll tell you why now in a second. The Dreadnoughts, 213 to 1-8. They beat the Geraldines away from home. That was a tight game until the finish. I'm waiting on the second Dreadnoughts goal scorer. If you have that, do send it in to me. Much obliged. And then the Maddock Rangers game against the Blues tomorrow has been fixed to Thursday night due to bereavement in the Maddock Rangers Club. Division 2. The Dock Gales won the other night. That was Wednesday night against the Joes. Couple of weddings on, maybe forced them games to go back. I'll tell you who got the goal scorer and who's getting married in a minute. The Kevins beat Roach 2-8 to 11 points. Massive first half in that game. I'll tell you about that in a few minutes as well. The Bars, they were beaten 1-9 to 213 to 1-9 versus Hunterstown Rovers. Still waiting on both Hunterstown Rovers goal scorers. The Plunkets and Kilkerley, that's a massive game as well. I forgot to mention that in the intro. The Kilkerley won 16 points to 12, 4-point win there, massive win. And the Rahleys beat the O'Connells. They got 5 goals. What's the full-time score? 5-15, I think, to 3 points. I have all 5 goal scorers as well. Maybe there's just 3 goal scorers. I got 5 of those goals. And the Clans and the Irelanders, massive Dundalk derby. Thought it was going one way, swung the other way in the end. The Clans beat the Irelanders 1-9 to 1-6 and bragging rights now for the rest of the year until maybe they meet again. Division 3A, no games this weekend, like I mentioned. That'll be next week. The round 8 will be next weekend. Division 3B, really hotting up there. There's obviously a Sunday game. The Dowdlers are playing Cuchulainn Gales in O'Meat tomorrow. And then the Knicks, they beat them Annaminnan. The Tones are keeping pace as well. They beat the Shawns. And the Mitchells beats the Bannon in that massive 4-point. I'll tell you, got the 2 goals for either side in a second. Right, where will we go? I think we will go actually back to Division 3. I think we go to 3B. Yeah, I think we go back down to 3B because I'll get into the game and I'm going to give you the permutations at this in a second. But I mentioned there that the Knicks got a big win. They're keeping pace. Another hat trick this weekend, and Cabon, who's his area, got three goals, got the full hat trick in the first half because it led 4-3 to 2-2 at half time. So very low score in second half, 2 points to 1 in the second half in the favour of the Knicks. But who got the other goal? He doesn't get them that often. The one and only Brian Carter. He got the other goal, and Dwayne Markey got a goal for in a minute. Waiting on their second goal scorer, but could be O'Connell or maybe the other Markey might have got another one there as well. But yeah, Dwayne's a lovely footballer. The Tones, 5-12 to 6-point winners over the Shawns. I have all 5 goal scorers down here. Darren Weldon, Trevor Walsh, Jordan Duffy, Chris Cudden, and Darren Kiley got all 5 of those goals. So massive win there just to get them back on track. Darren got the first one from a penalty, and then Chris Cudden, and then Trevor Walsh got a goal from long distance. So Jordan Duffy, Darren Kiley as well made up the other 2 goals. Let's see what else. Where else we're going? Getting updates here as well. Yeah, so we go back to that Staban and Mitchell's game. Waiting on a full report and full details, but I know John Bingham got a goal for a crucial goal for the Mitchells in their win, and Sean Reynolds got the goal for Stabanon. But those 2 teams, Before tonight, there was a point separating them. Stabannon were a point ahead on the table. The Mitchells were a point behind at the top of the table. And now, what you find is in this division, the Mitchells are now top on 13 points. Stabannon is joined by the Knicks on 12 points. And then you have right on their tails now the Knicks on 11, or the Tones, sorry, on 11 points. So it's all the play for in that division. And I did make a mistake. I thought there's going to be a phase 2 in this, and there's no phase in it. They play each other again. It's a double round, so those teams will get a crack at each other once again. And let me see, I have it here. Are they playing next weekend? No, the Knicks and the Tones are playing next. Sorry, so that's a big crunch top of the table clash. I knew there was a top of the table clash down the line, but I didn't think it was so soon. So that's the way it lies in that. So massive win and a massive game for the Mitchells. Any more details, do fire them in. I'll try and get them in before the end of the show. Sorry, I've been told wrong. Stabannon have won. So Stabannon are top on 14 points. I've been given the wrong information. So that blows a complete gasket in it now altogether. Stabannon won 115 to 1-9. Apologies. So that's a massive win for Stabannon. Sean Reynolds with the goal there. So they're going 3 points ahead of the Tones. The Mitchells are level with the Tones now as well after that win. And the Knicks are behind those two teams on 1 point. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there with the information. A lot of teams sending the stuff in. But no, happy to clarify that. And thanks for people who are sending it in there that Stabannon did win. Thanks for correcting me. Massive win for Stabannon. They go top now. 3 points is a nice gap I suppose that's the start of the second round. So they play all these teams again. So they won't be playing the Mitchells again. So yeah, that's a hell of a game. Is that the the Mitchells won the first game, so that's the revenge for Stabannon tonight. How sweet was that on a wet night down in Ballabela? Right, let's move on to Division 3B. We work our way up the divisions, and we will have a look here. Still waiting on that Clans goal score. Fire it into me if you have it. But the Gales won the other night, early on in the week. Amy Kenny, Alan Lynch both getting married for both sides. Congratulations to the two lads. Wish you a life of happiness. So the Irelanders were in second place. They had a chance to close the gap on the Gales. They failed to do so with having lost tonight against the Clans. Peter McStraverick back for the Irelanders tonight. He performed well again. He got a point. He got a goal. He got the goal, early goal in the start of the second half. And I thought, looking at the updates coming in, I thought they were going to power on and win. The Clans led 5-4 at half time. But obviously, someone from the Clans stood up, stepped up, and got the goal and sealed the victory and all the bragging rights in that division. Let's move on. Sorry, I'll get back to the Gales. Yeah, they took on the Joes. Managerless Joes. Paddy White is no longer at the helm there. Anthony Keenan and Derek Mulligan took over for that game. They didn't get the managerial bounce that they thought they might have. It was close at half time. John O'Hare gets a goal after half time to put them in the ascendancy. And then David Maloney, what a comeback to get back on the field. He kicks the winner. What was the winner? Didn't realise at the time. I think that put them 5 points ahead. The Joes kicked the last 4 points of the game. Quiggs and Jack Mulligan got a point, 2 points each to narrow the gap to 1 point, but they just couldn't tag it back. So that was a 1-9 to 10-point win for the Gales, who are still flying high at the top of the table. Right down to the bottom of the table, the Finbars, they were looking desperately seeking points tonight against Hunterstown. Hunterstown got back onto winning ways. Still waiting on that goal scorer. Someone out there from Hunterstown sent me in the 2 goal scorers. I think it was a full forward and midfielder. I'll guess Ryan Ward and who's been full forward from? Maybe Glenn Matthews. But Kieran Markey got a first half goal for the Total Men. And Padraig Buckley returned and kicked a brace of points as well. And Hugh Osborne got 3 points. What a servant he's been to the Finbars. It was 1-5 to 1-4 at half time in Hunterstown's favour. But yeah, that second half, they just pushed on, got that second half goal. And that was enough to secure the victory. They go, just when they thought they might overlap. and get ahead of the Clans. The Clans get a win as well, but the overlap, the Roach are back down now into the bottom half of that table, along with the Joes and the O'Connells and Kilkerley, even though Kilkerley got a win tonight, 16 points to 12. The welcome back, Tyg McEnany into the side. He got bulk of the scores along with Fionn Comiskey once again. Not too sure on the Plunkett scores yet so far. Fire them in if you have them. But yeah, that just shows the difference then with a win and getting you up the table and keeping that momentum up. And getting into that top half, the top six. Now there's a bit of a gap there. The Joes are on 6 points, the Roach are on 8, and Hunterstown are on 9, and there's two teams on 9. The Kevins go right up now to 10 points with 5 wins. They're just under the Islanders. And the Rattleys with that big win tonight. 5 goals. Again, there were some teams to get goals, but they got 2-7 to 1 at half time, and they were never going to lose. Even though they've had a couple of second half collapses so far this season, they were always going to hang on. They held the O'Connells to 1 point in the first half and then 2 points in the second half. John Horan got a goal. He's back. He's in scoring goals for the Hoops. Baz Flanagan got a goal. Owen Moore put the game to bed with 2 second half goals, and Olin Walsh got a late goal for the O'Reillys. So, yeah, no second half collapse. And Kyle McElroy gets 5 points in the middle of his leaving cert as well in doing those exams. Right, is that all of Division 2? Yes, it is. No, it's not, because we've got about Roach. I mentioned them already, slipping down to the bottom half of the table. They suffered at the hands of first half blitz from Tom Matthews. 2-7 to 4 points at half time. Tom Matthews got 2 of the goals. They fought back in the second half. Thought there was going to be a Mayo-esque comeback from Roach through the one and only Kevin Callahan. Barry got 2 points as well. Kevin Callahan got 3 points, should say, and Mark and Shane Bourne got a point apiece. But yeah, they just pushed on. They did enough to Kevin's to get up there and get that win. It's a big win. It's a big blow to Roach and their promotion aspirations. Let's move on to Division 1. We are still just going to update the table here in front of me. Like I said, a big win, and Loud players welcome back to the to RD. One of those was Darren McConnell, but it was old gunslinger Darren Clark got the goal. It was 11 points to 4 at half time. Clarkie gets the second half goal to really put the game to bed and pushed them on. Despite Jack Murphy's best efforts, he's not a Loud player returning to his squad. He's quite good. He got a couple of late points in the second half for the Pats, who never really give up. Now they were well behind, but they kept tipping away and getting scores. Like, you know, to get 11 points when they were 4 and 7 second half points is good going, and it showed that bit of spirit. Then you go to Monaster Boyce, and it was the other way around. The early goal from Tiernan Cassidy from the O'Mahonys looked to give them maybe a bit of a shock of a second half of a result in Monaster Boyce, but Sean Healy opened the score, and he's another Loud player returning. I think it was the only Loud player returned from the Martins, 5 players, or 4 now it is. But one of those who left, Crouchy, he was on fire tonight from dead balls, place balls, long range frees, bending them, whipping them in. You see that on Twitter, and he hits 45s as well. And then just getting that lead, applying the pressure. Thomas Rice, gets a red card before half time. So the Mannies are down to 14 men and not scoring points. And then second half, Stephen Campbell punishes them with second half penalty. So we move on to Cooley and the Brides. 1-5 to 4 at half time. The Brides get the first half goal from a late hurler, Andrew Smith. He got the goal, and it looked like the Brides were going to push on and get 4 points. They were 4 points ahead. It looked like they were home and hosed. And then Cooley, to be fair, showed a bit of credit, showed a bit of heart to their credit, and that gets them another point. So they're 3 points. They're only 2 points now off the Pats, but I'll get into permutations at the end. Jerry Malone, he's another player. He came back and kicked a couple of points. Peter Thornton, Brian White as well. I think Brian White came off the bench once again, and Keane Connor top scored with 5 points. Oh, hang on, do I have the Clans goal scorer? I do. Jason Cullen got the Clans goal. So yeah, where was I there? Yeah, so Cooley did well to fight back and get the draw there, and then we go to the Geraldines and the Dreadnoughts. First half goal from Ben Garton, good player for them. The welcome back Jim McEnany, also the Geraldines, is 1-2 to 5 at half time. but the Dreadnoughts just pushed on, started the second half, nailing freeze. Owen Murphy then gets the first goal. Don't know who got their second goal just yet. But do send that in. But that's a big win for the Dreadnoughts. That kind of they're probably welcome to. I don't have their team yet, but they probably got a couple of those Loud players back. And that win actually just pushes them ahead of the Matinies and joins them with their near rivals, the Fechins, who also lost tonight. And then you have a whole host of teams on 8 points. The Martins are on 8 points now. The Brides are still on 9, and RD pushed himself up there with 9 points. The Moctus hot on the heels of the Newtown Blues. They joined the Newtown Blues, but Blues obviously still have a game in hand. Again, a lot of crazy wind. People are saying there was a game or two halves due to the wind and what have you. But I think that's every game. I've gone through every game. We'll have a look. I'm just talked about Division 1 permutations, how the table looks. And the Blues, obviously, with that game off tonight due to the bereavement in the Malloch Rangers Club, sees the Moctas go joint top. Joint top. Confirm. I'm unsteady with myself after messing up with that Stabanon earlier on. The Marys and the Brides are 9 points behind those two teams, 3 points behind. Mattock and the Martins are both on 8 points. Mattock obviously the game in hand. The Fechins are now at that cut-off point. The Geraldines are at that cut-off point, just ahead of the Fechins. I'm not too sure what way that works. If it goes to head-to-head, I presume if there's 3 teams on it, it goes to score difference, as usual. But the Fechins losing tonight, so they're down the bottom. They had a chance to go right up to joint third. They missed out on that. The Dreadnoughts took that chance, and they're on 7 points. They're leapfrogged the Mahonys. The Pats and Cooley are still down there at the bottom of the Division 1 table, the 2 peninsula sides. But there's 3 more rounds. I'll have them all brought to you by the Cleaning Doctor, External Cleaning Services in Louth and Monaghan. Jay Hughes got the other goal for Clogher. Thanks very much for sending that in. Another Loud player back in the mix, and what an impact he's making. So big win for the Dreadnoughts there on the back of one of the Loud players, probably there's 5 in there. One of the Pete's play midfielder that he go in goals. Take the handy option playing goals. And it was great to see Jim McEnany back as well. So let's have a look at the Division 2 table. We mentioned the Gales are still on top. The Finbars are joint at the bottom with the Plunkets. That was a big 4-pointer with Kilkerley and the Plunkets. Kilkerley now are only a point behind the O'Connells. So the O'Connells on a bit of a bad run of form there. And then I suppose the Irelanders had a big missed opportunity tonight, not getting the win over the Clans, but the Clans are pulling themselves right up there now into 5th place on the table. Division 3B, no doubt about it, Stabanon got the win, Sean Reynolds got the goal, and the Mitchells are down to joint 2nd place with the Tones. So that's a really, really exciting division. Division 3A ignites again next week with, let me see who is playing who. I'll tee that one up. It is the Glen Emmets and the Malachis, the Westerns and Lanlear, and then the Pearshey and the Glide on the Sunday in the Rock Road. So that's where all the table lies. That's where all the results are of all the scores. There's 2 more games to be played. One more game to be played this weekend. That's Cuchulainn Gales and Dowdall's Hill. Performance of the night, win of the night. Let's have a look. Let's see who had the win of the night. I think I'm going to have to give it to. Let me see. There's that's good performance for Cooley to come back and get the draw. Great win for the Dreadnoughts. The Martins pulled it out of the fire. The Tones hitting 5 points, but I think I'm going to have to give the performance of the night to the Stabanon Parnells for messing up early and then taking the initiative in 3B with the win to go right up there, and fair play to them. That's all. That's been the League All About It show, round number 8. Do sign up and do listen. You'll hear all about the Loud 2022 season. I did a quiz there during the week. It's really informative, really heavy on information and a bit of crack as well, a bit of fun overall. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the podcast throughout the week. Thanks for watching the show. And also thanks to the Cleaning Doctor, Extended Cleaning Services in Louth and Monaghan for their support this week. And every week. So bye-bye. Good luck, and I'll talk to you soon.